Trainers, I've been down bad, so bad in ranked, getting my butt handed to me, but you know what? It helps when we just break out some fun stuff like Dragonite EX, which has 180 damage in its attack, which is obscene, and there's just about nothing in the entire game that can withstand a hit from this thing. What's cracking, trainers? Felros here, and the one thing in this entire game right now, no capes included, that can survive a hit from this bad boy right here is Venusaur EX at 190 HP. Everything else, no capes included, gets one shot by Dragonite EX, making it one of the strongest one-hit knockout kind of Pokemon in the game. The main downside is its dual energy requirement, but if the RNG treats you right, you can fit so much damage into this bad boy. Now with a deck like this, both the Shiinotic and Sylveon EX lines fit right at home here. I opted for Shiinotic because, I'm going to be honest with you, I just wanted to try a deck that wasn't using Sylveon to see how it would compare. The short answer to this is I think Sylveon might actually be better here because of the fact that we're using rare candies in this deck. However, that big trade-off is if you do just auto-lose to Oricorio if you're not running the Shiinotic. Shiinotic specifically also lets you search a random Pokemon from your deck once per turn with its ability per Shiinotic, and it can also hit for 40 damage on 2 energy to be able to two-shot Oricorios if you come across them. And yes, I know, yawn, it's Giratina, but it does work here as a one-of, being a very tanky mon that can generate its own energy and be a secondary attacker if Dragonite can't get itself up into the active or start dealing damage for any reason, and we just need some bigger damage. You might be wondering why there's a skull fossil of all things in here. You can use any of these fossils, actually. Any single fossil works in place if you don't have the skull fossil, but it actually enables a cool combo with this deck, kind of similar to the Buzzwole Celesteela combo, where if Buzzwole uses Big Beat, it cannot use it next turn unless it retreats and finds its way back into the active. That's a combo that we can pull off in this deck using a fossil by perhaps either using Leaf or the manual retreat to get Dragonite out of the active, put the fossil in the active instead, then we discard the fossil from play to manually bring back Dragonite so that it can hit with Giga Impact for a second consecutive turn. Dragonite is very scary when it's set up. Just knowing that it can come in and take out any one Pokemon with its attack is a very powerful threat to have present on the board. Now, since this deck opts to run Shiinotic, we're not using Communications because Communications lets us search for specific mons, where Shiinotic essentially does the same thing instead of drawing cards. So instead of that, we're going to be running 2 Pokeballs and 2 rare candies, and we're going to leave the rest of the deck space for our supporters. 2 Leaf in this deck has felt cloggy at times, but is necessary to be able to give you those free retreats on our EXs and the Shiinotic if they're stuck in the active when we don't want them to be. This deck normally spends a few turns setting up and attaching energy before swinging with big damage, and being able to not need to also attach energy just to retreat is a very helpful thing to not have to do. There's 1 copy of Dawn in this deck to move energy to something up front for either a retreat or to get a quick hit in, for example, being able to put 2 energy on a Shiinotic right away to outpace an Oricorio. Pokemon Center Lady is a great healing card that we can also use on Giratina and Shiinotic if needed. It also helped a lot against decks that rely on Poison and Incineroar burn decks, which are all overranked right now. I will give credit where it's due. I did grab this deck off of an individual on Reddit. I didn't catch their name, but shout outs to them for this deck. It was a lot of fun to play in ranked, and Dragonite just absolutely mauling opponents. Let me know in the comments if you tried any of the Dragonite EX decks and had any success. I've seen some with Snorlax EX or Sylveon EX, so there's good ways out there to use it, but I would really love to know if you guys have had any success with any decks specifically. Please drop a like if you don't mind, and subscribe to the channel if you like the content, and let's hop into the matches. Alrighty. Let's see how our luck rolls in this one. Tried 3 different decks today, and they all went terribly. Okay. Well, we do get to go first. I'm not super worried. It's okay, so it's Solgaleo. So if I can get to Dragonite, I'm absolutely chilling. Very likely to get Mars next turn, but honestly, maybe not the worst thing. Or red carded, I'm sure. Getting Shiinotic here will be everything. We are ahead of them on the evolution curve, which is nice. They're not running Shiinotic. Interesting. Okay. I'm just immediately putting Dragonite down. They cannot hurt me now. I cannot be hurt. We're good, man. We're good. You can rare candy if you want. Yeah. Dragonite's about to come and take you away. But you know, of course, Solgaleo always has this in their first hand. It's quite ridiculous if you're asking me, if I'm being honest here. Problem though is that if I give this up, I can't do the whole... Oh man, you guys are killing me right now. Alright. I don't really know that I want to keep this alive. I just let Dragonite hopefully do its thing, right? I mean, it's a very difficult speed to keep up with my opponent, just immediately getting ridiculous levels of pacing on me here. I just get to KO them next turn with Dragonite, and if they don't have Stoutland, I mean, they have to be able to two-shot me with something. Stoutland can't two-shot me. I think they're trying to figure out a way if they're trying to be able to beat this. Please get this off my chair. Thank you. Does our speed... Okay. Okay. I do have my Giratina now, which is also something. Okay. No energy at all. It's not going to matter too much because I already used research. But them not having energy means I could have just come in and hit him, but we're just gonna put the energy down onto Tina. Yep, nice tackle. Okay. Okay, do I want to KO this Lillipup? I think if I KO the Lillipup, it lets Solgaleo come in and do. Well, we can just hold on. I have a way. I have a way to win this here. Hold on. I should be okay here. Using Leaf next turn to allow me to retreat Dragonite out for free, and then I just use my 1-turn retreat cost on Dratini, and we can bypass the Giga Impact limitation. Okay, we have nothing left in deck. Go for the Giga Impact. They think they'll have 1 turn, and they don't. And if they Sabrina, we can go for Giratina anyway. They can't Cyrus anything up to take 2 points, so I think we're just locked in for victory here. Attach, attack. Rocky Helmet. Okay. And just Solgaleo versus the world, man. Yep. Now here's where the fun starts. I mean, we could also do it that way, but I'm not going to. Alright, so we have Leaf. I could also retreat manually and Dawn up the energy. I have options here. I've already retreated once. Oh, no. Oh, I think I just lost the game. Oh, that feels really dumb now. I feel really dumb now. If they have Cyrus, I lose. I should have just manually retreated, donned up the energy. It'll be a miracle now if I win this. I totally misplayed that terribly, thinking for some reason that I could just double retreat in a turn, which is definitely not a mechanic that you can do. I just need them not to have Cyrus in their hand. Bailed out. Bailed out. Bailed out. Oh, we draw the fossil that would have allowed us to actually do that in the first place. Now the fossil is what allows that play, not just me being dumb with Dawn or Sabrina or Leaf. Okay. Also considering putting Sylveon in here, but running too many Sylveon decks lately, man. Giratina up front's not the worst thing, I guess. Self-generating energy when I can't really do much else in the form of attacking anyway. Nice little stall kind of Pokemon for a little bit. Nice beefy. Would love to be able to start putting energy on a Dratini, though. That would be the best thing for us right now. And there's a helmet. Okay, we did get Dragonite. Okay, we get the Morlow. We can start searching now after I evolve it. Again, I would just really, really like to get a Dratini. There's a way to a Dratini, I guess. Rare candy immediately, because that's what always happens. Oh, they red card me. Excellent. Yay. That's okay. It was a good red card. Still get the necessities back. I'm just going for a heat tackle. Okay. Please hand me a Dratini. Thank you. They're not dropping... See, I've played Incineroar, and this was an incredibly painful part of me using that deck. Because this is exactly how that goes. This is exactly how this deck... Like, when you don't just rip Incineroar right away, this deck just... Like, it just top decks. They just lose. Yeah. Good game. Just discovered the hard way how bad the matchup is into Oricorio decks. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Up against fire. Ew. We're going first, so at least Shiinotic gets to come down and start searching pretty much right away. That's not doing me very much right now. Say if they have Mars, it's probably going to hit me in the face. Which would be the worst thing, I guess. I just want to make sure I still have my Shiinotic. So they're just basically playing Sylveon, which is... I was going to try this, honestly. I meant to try this. Is it like Flareon, though? Or is it... It has to be Flareon, right? It has to be Flareon. Okay, well, we get Giratina on our second turn, which, again, I guess isn't that bad considering we're not really going to be attacking. I would like to be able to start putting water energy on a Dratini if I can. Dinosaur! It's a good T-Rex, honey. Good job. There it is. Every time, man. I have to have Dragonite on immediately, man. I need it ASAP at this point. Okay. No, now is where I get red carded or rare or Marsed. Alright. We have plays. I have to save my Dragonite to deal with the Incineroar. Just gonna keep drawing cards, or... Okay, that's fine. I get my extra turn of setup. That's quite nice with me. Drawing my Mars or something like that right there would be diabolical, by the way. Absolutely diabolical. Okay, we're just gonna try and draw through everything else, get it all out. And we'll just Broken Space. Now, if they seriously don't even evolve Eevee at this point, they just don't draw any cards. They have to come down with... Yeah, they come down with Flareon, that's fine. I think at this point they've got enough of their cards that they don't need to draw anymore. Yeah. So I can leaf in my Giratina, take the KO on Flareon. I could also try to take it with Dragonite, but I don't feel the need to yet. Scar Charge Smash, because they don't have any damage on them, can only do 110 with a Howl, so I don't see them KOing my Giratina on one hit. And if they come up with Incineroar, I just get to immediately knock it out with the Dragonite. That's fine. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Spreading the energy out's a good play, though. I think they're trying to get both Incineroars down, but at this point, like... I have 3 cards left in deck. Okay. Not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting to have already lost a card by now. We get Cyanotic ready in case... No. So just research, right? I just don't know what to put energy on at this point. I guess just in Dragonite in case I need to retreat it. But I'm just gonna go ahead and take this. Like, it's fine. Even if they come in now at this point, they KO me with a Howl plus Incineroar combo. Like, Dragonite just comes in one-shots him anyway. That's fine. This is fine. Because there's very, very, very few things in the meta that Dragonite does not simply just one-shot off the face of the planet. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I think I have ways, if they don't, like, red card Mars me, I think I have ways out of pretty much everything that they can do. And they're Howl. Yeah, they're going for Howl. They're going for Star Charge Smash to 110, take 2 points, and then at that point, I just come with Dragonite, and Dragonite smacks their face off. It just... Giga Smack. Giga Impact. Yeah. Nothing new. They concede? Nope, we're going for it. Good game. Man, Dragonite. I got lucky with energy so far, at least. Okay. Got sacked by Silvally Rampardos. That was fun. Bottom 2 cards in my deck. You wouldn't guess. Rare candy. Okay, we get up against fire. Get to go first, which is okay. Unfortunately, I'm not able to put any pressure back on them, but they're just gonna draw their entire deck in pretty much one turn anyway, so. Okay, we do get Dratini. We have the Dratini. We have everything we need already, honestly. Okay. Focus on the end game, not the beginning of the game. Silvally Flareon EX is about the only way that I can reason through this in my head right now. Oh yeah, we're smashing. We shall smash. They can draw cards, but we shall smash. They have 2 turns before Giratina can start swinging. They have to decide if they want to keep drawing cards or if they want to try and start damaging my Giratina. Now next turn they'll be able to hit me for 130, which is a lot of damage. I have PCL in hand, which is nice. They're going for Silvally, okay. Draw a card. Yes, okay. Me not having to take the chip damage. I mean, they couldn't have attacked with Flareon anyway this turn, but... really much I'm doing here. This is a very simple turn here. Next turn, the damage starts coming out. And I am A-okay with just straight ripping straight into my Dragonite. So Giratina doesn't have to take that damage. During the turn that Dragonite can't attack, I can use it to regenerate energy instead of attacking. I'm kind of hoping that they put the Flareon down. Okay. Thinking about it. Just the threat of Dragonite in the back at all is just silly. Okay. So Flareon only happens once per turn. They have no energy anywhere else on the board. I feel like this just kind of is my invitation to be like, here, just take this, because they don't have any way to accelerate more than 1 energy. And Flareon needs 3 energy to do its attack. We Pokemon Center Lady or no? I feel like I Pokemon Center Lady just to make sure that they can't hit me out with a non-boosted Brave Buddies in a couple turns. Because I also kind of need to survive some hits. At least 1 or 2 hits here. As soon as Giratina has gone down, though, and I have Dragonite ready, like, there's nothing in this deck of theirs that can withstand that damage. Yep. They're gonna go for it right away. Good call. I hope, well, if they get the heads roll, that's really bad for me. Nice! Saved by the coin flip. And now I can sack my Tina, give them 2 points. And they just win. Yeah, they lose. Good game. That was their only win con, I think, with having no energy in the back. All right. See what we get going into this next one here, going second. We don't get to evolve. I guess we just sit behind Giratina. We do have 2 of the 3 pieces of the Dragonite puzzle in hand, and it's against a Primarina deck, which I wish I could run, but I don't even have the ability to use. Green Spotted Leopard. Cute. Nothing at all, huh? More low, please. Okay. At least I could use this to thin my deck, which is kind of nice. We're just gonna drop energy onto Dratini until I don't see... Until I see water. I need to see water energy soon. I could put one of the energies on Giratina, and that's fine. But after that, it becomes a waste. And I just need to get a water energy at some point. Go for comms. They're trying to get straight into Primarina, aren't they? They have Rare Candy Primarina, don't they? No? They go for Water Gun. Okay, that's good news for me. Get the Skull Fossil. Shinotic gets to start searching. We also do get a Water Energy. That's not helpful right now. Okay. I mean, best case scenario is we research into a Rare Candy and something else, I think. Other Popplio. I have to imagine they top deck that Pokeball as well. Otherwise, they would have used it already. Most people, if they know they have stuff in their deck that they can search with Pokeball, they just do it. Ah, but the damage from this Brionne is going to start adding up very quickly. They may manually have the Primarina in hand. And if they do, this might hurt a lot. Do I get my wish? We're gonna Shinotic. Okay. Oh, we get Rare Candy, yay. I think at this point I put the Skull Fossil down to set up the quick 1-2 punch with Dragonite. At this point, if they want to, they can hit me with the Primarina, but Dragonite's ready. Dragonite and the Skull Fossil combo are ready. And if they don't, they just concede. Oh, wow. Good game. Finally making a comeback from the 12-point losing streak. Oh, it just hurts to think about it, man. 12 games, just nothing you can do. Like, to drop in turn 2 Rare Candies. I don't know if I've complained about it yet in this series of games, but it was miserable. I love it when we get Giratina. I love it when we get Giratina. More, oh my goodness, the thinning of this deck on this first turn. This is like what you always want. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get Shinotic or anything, so it's going to get kind of rough in a bit here. And because I have no Dragonites nor do I have anything really. I'm not going to put my other Dratini down yet because I don't want to use up the space yet. Yeah, they're destroying cards though. That's fine. Okay, we do get the Shinotic. That is immensely helpful. Now I feel like I can commit the space. Get the other Morlull though. Okay, just build up energy here. Okay, they have Charmander. They hard drew into the Charmander, I can tell. Like between the Eevee draw and their turn draw they did. I draw Sylveon as well. Okay. So it has a 1 retreat cost, but they can't attack with it. They're just looking to get into the Zard immediately. Which Dragonite can take out. Dragonite can deal with it. Rare candy, though, would be heavily ideal if I could possibly get one at some point, please. I think at this point we're just gonna go ahead and let Tina this thing. If I could top deck the rare candy, I can get an easy couple of points off either the Sylveon. Oh, they Mars me. How terrible. Okay. I was really hoping for a rare candy off that Mars, I'm not gonna lie. There's a good Mars for them. Definitely. There's a rare candy. I know there's a rare candy. It's... No. What? Well... So we're not leafing, but I can at least try to get the rare candy and prepare for next turn. Yes! Finally! This is why Sylveon might actually be a better pairing. Quite honestly, it might be. We'll spread the energy just for one, and then we'll end. Shinotic has done its job. Top decking the Pokeball. They either have Charizard or they don't. I guess with 7 cards left in your deck, it's believable that you don't have Rare Candy plus Charizard, but I feel like at some point it's gotta come down. If I can just get rid of the Charizard, like they have nothing left that they can attack with. That Dragonite can't just pulverize. No basics, so they're gonna drop the other Charmander, I'm sure. They're going all in, dude. They have everything they need to get that Rare Candy. Yeah, at that point, you have to have it. However, if they go into the active and try to stoke, they're gonna have a very bad time. They have to cape. They have to use a cape. Yeah, they do. Okay. So... I can Dawn, or I can Leaf. And I feel like if I Leaf and get Giratina in... Let's see what we draw. That's not a rare candy or a Dragonite. I was thinking if I get my other Dragonite ready, I can just bring it in. I think... Since I'm still not planning on using them until next turn. I'm gonna swing with Giratina, give them the 2 points. Because this, they can't Lily. Like, if they Lily the way the gentle slap damage, yeah, that sucks. But they're not Lilying away a Giratina hit. Which means next turn, Dragonite comes in, KOs it. And they still need a whole turn to stoke before they can hit me with anything. With the other Charizard. So I'm feeling pretty confident about this. We'll see what they do. Steam Artillery. Drawing the last 2 cards in their deck, okay? So next turn they're gonna get their Zard ready. Right, I'll take out this Zard, they're gonna bring in the other one. But then turn passes back to me and I just knock them out with Dragonite. Yep. Now, if they Sabrina me, I need to have Rare Candy just in case I get Sabrinaed. No, I'm not worried about Sabrina, because they still need to stoke. We get a water energy next turn. This is over. Just to thin it, just in case. Yep, there's nothing in there. Alright. So now... we attack. And they should not be able to win this game. Because they can't attack with Sylveons. Charizard is their only way out. And at this point, they stoke. I get the turn back. I still live a hit. Rare Candy is one of the cards in my deck that I would like to get, yes. They're just gonna stoke, and I have to hope that they don't... They probably have a Sabrina. I would be very surprised if this deck did not run a Sabrina. Most of them do. Skull Fossil, Rare Candy. Just not that. Man. You gotta be kidding me. 2/3 chance that I get a card that wins me this game. They have Sabrina. They have to have Sabrina. If they have Sabrina, it's just an immediate loss. I was really hoping on that 2/3 chance that I actually get the chance to win this game. But nope, they're gonna Sabrina and I lose.